Hello, hello. Good morning and welcome to Wednesday, the 19th of August. Okay, let me just click my viewer settings and let's hope that it doesn't do what it did yesterday, hey? And I can actually see the chat when it starts to come up. All right, so we still have the moon in Scorpio. It's going to be there until 6:30 tomorrow evening. All right, so we're still in that space, guys. We're still in that space. So, all right, it's still just not laggy. No, let me know when you're here. All right, so now. Oh, good morning, Sam. Good morning, DG. You know what? It wasn't until afterwards I saw you both yesterday. So hi for today and yesterday. All right. So now I'll read the words first. All right. So it would be wise to keep your new understandings to yourself for a while until all the evidence becomes clear. Good morning, Selena. How are you? It's been a long time. Speaking too soon may cause problems that will just escalate quickly. Good morning, Christy. Better to stand back and observe than get caught up in the drama and have regrets. All right, now the reason why I'm saying this today is, as I've said, Scorpio moon. But the moon is also square to Mercury all the way through until 6 p.m. All right. Hello, Heather. How are you? Hang on. I've got to go here and then do this and then put that there so I can do this. All right. Beautiful. Um, come back. All right. Yeah. Moon square Mercury. All right. So Mercury in Leo is past its conjunction to Jupiter now, but it's still got that, Mercury in Leo roars loudly. All right. So we don't want to, good morning, Louise. We don't want to be saying things too soon. All right. Okay. Now at 11 a.m., we have an inconjunct with Saturn. All right. So here we have some sort of adjustment that is ultimately building ourselves something. All right. So the analogy that I was just sort of trying to use with Mick was, when you have, or okay, because we're doing the work, all right, and we're in this eclipse window, we're starting to put together pieces. All right. This is just general life, I think, when we're on to something. All right. You start to look back in time and you can see how things connect. Hindsight is always 2020. The most of the brilliant work that we do comes from stopping and looking backwards. Good morning, Susan. How are you? So, so, okay, so here we are. We're making all of these connections and things are starting to drop into place, but we don't have all the information yet. So, we can't go and address the person that things are starting to make sense about yet. All right, you blah 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 blah, or I feel like because it's a square to Mercury, it could be a tense, heightened, emotional conversation that's quite loud. But no, all right, what we want to do is be mature, all right, because Saturn in Aries is taking that um, sometimes irrational, impatient Aries energy, and it's giving it some wisdom and discipline. All right. So I think the inconjunct at 11 a.m. might be, potentially you start finding things out, or like I said, those pieces start falling into place. We can't just go and go blah. All right. Because I don't think that's going to do anyone any favors. It's just going to escalate quickly because everybody's feeling the Scorpio moon vibes. All right, now after 10 p.m., so from 10 p.m. through to 1 p.m. tomorrow, we do have that moon square the sun. All right, so there is tension. All right, because we're in the waxing quarter for the full moon that's coming. All right. So as the seed has been planted, they're starting to see some growth, but we're just at a point now where, maybe it's we're still starting to see a seedling or a sapling showing itself. We still don't know what the fruit or the flowers are going to look like or taste like on that seedling yet. All right. So just be aware of that and keep your mouth just closed a little bit. Obviously, if you need to say something, say it. But, be sensible, be wise. All right. Now, the Sun is starting its conjunction to Mercury, all right? So we're going to have the superior conjunction of Mercury because it's superior because it's not retrograde. The inferior one was when it's retrograde. All right, so we're coming up to that on the same day as the next lunar eclipse. All right, so all the words or all the thoughts that are starting to grow, we get the Kazemi on the same day. All right, so that's when you get that full on clarity. So if something's starting to develop now, just hold off as much as you can till we get that eclipse where the emotions and the thoughts are all going to start showing themselves, and we get that Kazemi moment. All right. Now, of course, the sun is trine Chiron. All right. So we are healing. All right. There is healing developmentally happening, and the south node. There are things here that we need to let go of. Now, interesting little personal story analogy. All right. And by the way, the sun for me is in the sixth house. All right. The first eclipse it just moved into the sixth house. The second eclipse is also going to be in my sixth house of health. So I saw that and I was like, oh, no wonder I'm sick. Obviously, I do my best, but at this time, I've got eclipse energy in my house of health. So now, last night, because my office is partially back together, but I've got these 3 or 4 boxes that have got all my keepsakes in them. Like it goes back to, honestly, my favorite thing is my library card from when I was in primary school. I know, my Sagittarian moon is just so happy at that. But because we're doing the South Node in Leo, and it is about the deconstruction of the ego, I was looking through. I've still got one more box to go through. Yeah, I looked at it last night and I was like, I can't even deal with that. My office exploded last night. Anyway, so I was looking at all of these little things, these keepsakes that I've kept, like my name badges through the decades of work that I've done. And I'm like looking at each individual version of Bridget and what those people thought of Bridget, all right, the entity that is Bridget. And so it was just so interesting. I'm actually going to get a big frame, and I'm going to frame this shit, like I've kept it this long. I want to see it. It doesn't deserve to be in a box. Anyway, my point is that it's helping me deconstruct who I am because I'm seeing all of those previous versions of me. That is what makes me. That is what created my ego and my understanding. So, is this type of experience happening for you anywhere in life? Are you having the type of experience where you're looking back at your past and those certain stages and phases that we went through and going, oh my god, yes, that was a pivotal moment, that created such strength for me because of that experience. So anyway, that was just a thought that I was having. Again, it was especially relevant for me. It was very poignant. It was lovely. I've got lots of other little trinkets out now. So my whole thing needs to be reworked because I've just got so many little bits and pieces where I'm like, I just love this stuff. I kept it for a reason. There was some things that I was like, I don't know why I kept this. I can't remember the what's the word for it um when you it's authenticity, it's legacy, there's a word, and it's if you have something and you want it to be, there's something to do with authenticity. Anyway, I can't remember. Whatever. It's that. All right. So, excellent. There we go. So, Karen, if you went back and had a look at all of those different Karens, like what did each of those people, what was their perception of you compared to who you actually have? Oh, there we go. There you go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is interesting to me. It's like it's the deconstruction of who you are in these next 18 months. And I just think it's interesting that, this South Node in Leo is so fresh. All right. And I'm sure that you are looking at your world going, who am I in this place? This is not what I want. I want to move towards that freedom. I want to move towards my hopes and dreams and wishes. But even yesterday, I was talking about that toolbox. Don't forget to go and have a look at your old experiences, because you have survived a lot. All right. And there is a lot of strength. Like I said, hindsight is 2020. The best growth comes from looking backwards. All right, let's do a card. Oh, okay. Oh my God, couldn't get any more awkward than that. All right, so what card is going to be perfect for today? Oh, this one. Oh, soulmate, number 14. All right. All right, where's my glasses? Okay. Oh, that's not what I want. Okay. All right. Open your heart and invite sacred love. Your soulmate is not far from you. To connect with them, you need to open your heart, call them in, and have patience. If you are not ready to accept your soulmate, keep working on self-love. You'll be drawn to your soulmate like a magnet and feel an immense sense of familiarity. Like you have known them before, your capacity to love will increase dramatically and you will experience higher states of consciousness. No one can touch your heart the same way that your soulmate can. It is important to note that your soulmate will not necessarily be your partner. He or she may come in a completely different form than you have imagined, but they will offer you incredible wisdom, growth, and expansion. Be aware that we connect with our soulmates when we are ready to truly evolve and move to the next level of consciousness and life experience. We attract them into our lives when we need to open our hearts fully and learn about unconditional love. Excellent. I love that. The future version of yourself. And I've got something to add to this soulmate thing. It can totally be an animal. Can totally be an animal. All right. Because, you know, there's so many times when animals are the ones that you can offload all of your feelings to. And they're there for you regardless of any other thing. So now this is calling about slow, deep breaths. But even, you know, like, you know, I wonder if today you have some awarenesses about your soulmate. Anyway, I feel like I need to draw one of these just to confirm a little bit of something. And why not? Then use the new cards. All right. So I didn't get onto my taxes yesterday, but I'm going to today. So I know some other people did yesterday, so good on you. Oh, this one. Social battery at 0. Drained, antisocial, and shut down. I agree with this one completely. So we've got that soulmate vibe and connecting with people. We've got the stars generally saying, you know, if you're starting to make all of these understandings and connections, just keep it to yourself a little bit, because not having the full story on both sides might escalate into that Mercury square at 6 p.m. All right. So excellent. Excellent. I love that, Christy. Good on you. All right. And, you know, like I know my social battery is at absolute 0 right now, other than being here with you guys. But this doesn't take much battery. This is my recharge. So, you know, if you are feeling like I just don't want to do it, just don't. Just don't. Do the bare minimum. Again, look at what you can and can't achieve and just be like, that's what it is. So with that, guys, I love you all. I think you're all amazing, and I hope you have a fabulous day. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow, where we still have the Scorpio moon up until 6:30. All right, so that looks like a lot of old memories resurfacing for tomorrow, but it's also about being in the moment and going with the flow. We've used this analogy before about not fighting the undercurrent, all right, that undertow. So I think today you may be also feeling that undertow and desire to do something, but just hold off. You're still in that slipstream right now. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow.